In this episode, we talk about finding a home, which is easy, versus buying a home, which ain't so easy. This is episode 22 of the Inside Real Estate Show, and I am Darin Persinger of Persinger Group Real Estate and your host here at Inside Real Estate. I'm also the chief coffee maker of Inside Real Estate Show. In this episode, we're going to be talking about finding a home versus buying a home. My goal for the show, and for you listening or watching the show, is that you'll understand that a real estate transaction, there's a difference between picking out a home that you love, the real estate transaction, and that it doesn't need to be complicated, overwhelming, stressful. But first, let's do some housekeeping.
Housekeeping!
Item number one on my housekeeping list, gotten a couple questions recently about where's Morgan at? I haven't seen Morgan in an episode lately. Morgan being my little daughter. Morgan joins me on shows and episodes here when Morgan joins me. There's never a plan when she'll be on an episode. I think obviously she's awesome in these episodes. Pretty soon she's going to be probably doing them instead of me. But I never say, oh, let me put the cute little kid in the episode because that will be more fun and more awesome. The thing that happens is Catherine and I, my wife and business partner, we got things to do. We have a schedule to maintain. We don't just do this. This is just a very small part of our day, creating this show, getting the information out to you. We are helping home buyers. We are helping home sellers. We got our own real estate investments going on. So we have a lot of stuff packed into the day. If it's my time to be watching Morgan, and this is the only time that I have to do an episode for the week, Morgan's going to be in it. That's why Morgan ends up in some episodes. So it's just complete. It's always a surprise to me when Morgan joins me on an episode. The second thing is on questions, and this kind of plays into the topic today. If you have questions about home buying, home selling, money, finances, real estate investing, anything along those realms, you have questions that you want me to answer as topics for the show, but you're not quite ready to sit down with me yet, or you're somewhere else in the world, so you can't sit down with me, you can ask those questions. If you want to keep private, if you don't want me to share your information online, you can email me, Darin@persingergroup.com. If you're okay with the world knowing your business and you want to ask that question publicly, best way to do that is on Twitter, @Darin Persinger. So I completely understand, hey, I'm not ready to sit down with you yet. I don't know if I can trust you completely. I don't know really who you are, dude. I was watching Fuller House, catching up on that, and they've been saying that. So that's where, sorry I used the word dude. So if you want to hit me up in those places, Darin@persingergroup.com for an email, or send me a tweet @Darin Persinger. Let's get into this. So the main topic today, finding a home versus buying a home. And the reason why I do these shows and these episodes for the Inside Real Estate Show is I know that you might not have full trust in me as your real estate agent, or if you're in another part of the world, whoever you might end up dealing with. So you don't know what questions to ask. You don't know what the whole process is about. So you're kind of in the dark. And when you don't know something, if you don't feel comfortable or confident with the information that you know, and you're going to go talk to someone, you don't know if they're in your corner. You don't know if they're on your side, if they're going to help you make the best decisions, or is this person just trying to sell me something? Are they trying to get me to buy something? Or are they just trying to extract money out of my wallet for their own gain? And so that's the reason why we're doing these episodes, is so that you can get comfortable with us, and you have enough of a base, foundation of information that when you go talk to a real estate agent, you can ask better questions. You can feel more confident about, are they BSing you or are they really trying to help you? And one of the challenges that I see home buyers, or we'll call them house hunters in this episode, because there is a difference between really buying a home versus just hunting for a home shopping, window shopping out there, is too many house hunters, I think, are looking at real estate as, I just need to find the right home. I'll search online. Ooh, that home looks nice. I like that price. That's a good neighborhood. That will fit our lifestyle. That's not that bad of a commute. Yeah, that's our home. And think that's it. It's just the tip of the iceberg. It's just the finding the home. Finding the home is just the beginning of the process. And so many people are like, well, why do I need a real estate agent? I can search on Zillow. I can search online, find these properties myself. That's great. You just started. There's a whole bunch of stuff that comes after finding that home. Buying real estate, keep this in mind. You're buying real estate, land. It's a state that is real. You're literally, not figuratively, I'm using that word correctly, you're literally buying, purchasing, going to be the owner of the piece of the planet Earth. Let that just sink in for a minute. You're literally going to be owning a piece of the planet. Even if it's a condo and you're on the second floor, you own that spot of the air, and you're a part owner in the commons, whether that's the parking lot or the little park area or the walking trails in your condo development, whatever it is, you're a part owner of that. So you're literally becoming an owner of a piece of the planet, and it's just not as simple as buying retail or even apartment shopping. So you're apartment shopping on Craigslist or apartments.com or whatever it is. You find what you want, you go to the community, you do a walk around, you get the tour, and you fill out an application and you get it. Yay. Or it's not like retail where you go to Target and you look at products on the shelf. Oh, I need some window cleaner. Oh, look at that price. What's the best value for me? I guess I'll take this one. You go up and you take out your wallet and you pay for it and you have window cleaner now. It's not as simple as that, unfortunately, because one's window cleaner, one's you're leasing, the other you're literally owning a piece of the planet. That's kind of a crazy thing if you think about it. Now, in all fairness to house hunters, to home buyers out there, I don't think we as a real estate industry, real estate agents do a good job of this. We're part of the problem too, because a lot of real estate agents are just too inexperienced. They haven't done this enough. They're too new to it. They don't make a lot of money, believe it or not. Not all agents are like $1 million listing where you see a commission check and they're making $150,000. Many real estate agents, the majority of real estate agents, net income at the end of the year is below the poverty level. That's the reality. That's the truth. That's a fact. So they're inexperienced. They're not quite sure how to have that conversation with you. They're not doing well financially. They're afraid to lose you. They're afraid to rock the boat when you say, I want to go look at this house. And they're not saying, slow down, slow down, slow down. Here's what we need to do first. I need to let you understand what this process looks like. We need to go have a conversation first. I need to let you know what's next, because I don't want you to get an offer on this home, but overpay for it, overpay on your interest rate, overpay on your closing costs, not have the right inspector in place, not know what your insurance binder is, not know what's going on with the appraisal, not have all your paperwork ready for underwriting. There's 100 different things going on and mountains of paperwork going back and forth that if you haven't been prepared for, you're going to be like, what is going on? This is a complete chaos. This is where we go into crisis mode as home buyers. We're like, I was not expecting any of this. You get stressed out, and then this leads to real estate industry people, agents, realtors, having bad reputations. We get low marks on customer satisfaction because we haven't prepared you right for what happens next. Could you imagine if you just went to the doctor? You go in for a normal annual checkup. You get there, you have one expectation of what's about to happen. You think the worst thing is I'm going to be sitting here in a weird gown, feeling a little self-conscious, a little exposed. But that's the worst you think is going to happen. The doctor walks in and goes, hey, we need to do open heart surgery on you right now. I need to get you over to surgery. We're going to open you up, and I'm going to start playing with your heart. How would you feel in that situation? And yet this is what we kind of do in real estate. You show up, you have a certain expectation of what's going to happen. I want this home. Might be a little uncomfortable, a little awkward. And then all of a sudden, the real estate agent goes, okay, now that I have you here, we got to open you up, and I got to do open heart surgery on you. No wonder it turns into a crisis and you're freaked out wondering what's going on. If expectations were set up, if you knew that you're going in for heart surgery in a month, you could start preparing for that. Understanding that that's an extreme analogy, but just trying to get the point across. That if you had the right expectations going into it, you wouldn't go into such crisis mode. So, I guess that's the main theme that I wanted to cover here today, that if you're going to talk to us, that's fantastic. If you're another part of the world where you can't talk to us, don't be afraid to ask the agent to let them take the lead. They're going, because most of them, again, they're going to be afraid to because they don't want to rock the boat. And if that's the case, you might have the wrong agent. That might be a red flag. I have the wrong agent. But don't be afraid to say, hey, could you educate me on what I need to know? Because I don't even know what I don't know. Should we sit down before I start looking for a home? What's buying a home in Indiana like? What's buying a home in Texas like? What's the paperwork that's going to be coming at me? What do I need to be prepared for? Don't be afraid to ask that question to the real estate agent that you're going to go out and look at homes with. And if you ever have any questions that you want to run by us here at the Inside Real Estate Show, again, email me, Darin@PersingerGroup.com, or find me on Twitter @DarinPersinger. And I am Darin Persinger of the Inside Real Estate Show. Thank you for joining me on another episode, and just reminding you once again that home is what you make it. Make it someplace you love.